It began with a whisper, one that most royal watchers dismissed as nothing more than the usual chatter surrounding the Princess of Wales. Kate Middleton, known for her impeccable composure and near-perfect public image, had always been a constant presence in the royal calendar. Whether it was an official charity engagement or a carefully curated family portrait, she was always there, poised and smiling. But suddenly, she wasn't. The first red flag appeared on a cold Monday morning when Kensington Palace abruptly announced that the princess would not attend a major charity event she had been scheduled to host for months. No explanation was given. No substitute statement was issued. Just a short, clinical note: the Princess of Wales will not be attending today's engagement. At first, the media chalked it up to illness, perhaps exhaustion from her relentless schedule. But as days turned into a week, then two, something far more unsettling began to take shape. Paparazzi camped outside Kensington Palace. News helicopters hovered over its manicured garden, yet there was no sign of Kate. No photo, no sighting, no grainy supermarket run caught by an eager onlooker's phone. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. By day 21, the whispers had turned into a deafening roar. Where was the future queen? Social media exploded with theories. Some claimed she was receiving emergency medical treatment abroad. Others insisted she had fled the palace after a heated argument with Prince William. The most chilling theory of all? That she was being kept hidden by royal forces for reasons far darker than the public could imagine. Meanwhile, Buckingham Palace maintained an eerie silence. Spokespeople avoided direct questions. Every press briefing ended with the same mechanical reassurance: the Princess of Wales is resting. But resting where? And from what? Then came the leak. A grainy photo appeared on an obscure royal gossip forum, allegedly showing Kate being ushered into an unmarked black vehicle in the dead of night, her head covered by a thick scarf. The image was gone within hours, scrubbed from the site. But by then it had already been screenshotted, shared, and dissected by thousands. Insiders began to murmur about an incident that had taken place inside the palace walls just days before her disappearance. One unnamed staff member claimed they had overheard shouting between William and Kate, an argument so heated it drew the attention of multiple security personnel. Another source hinted at sensitive personal matters, involving a long-standing rift between Kate and certain senior royals. What truly set the internet ablaze, however, was a cryptic post from a former royal aide who claimed, "Kate has something they don't want the public to know, and she's not safe until it's under control." Theories spiraled out of control. Some believed she had discovered a scandal, one capable of shaking the monarchy to its core. Others speculated about a secret illness that the palace feared would undermine her public role. A more extreme faction even suggested she had refused to play her part in the upcoming royal succession plan, putting her at odds with the very institution she had sworn to serve. Behind closed doors, the tension was unbearable. Prince William, usually composed and diplomatic, began cancelling his own appearances. When he did step out, his face was a mask, tight-lipped, eyes fixed forward. Questions from reporters were met with stony silence. His refusal to address the matter only fueled suspicion that something catastrophic had happened. By week 4, the palace took an unprecedented step. It went into what insiders described as full lockdown. Security around Kensington Palace and other royal residences was visibly heightened. Access points were restricted, even for long-standing staff. Certain corridors inside the palace were suddenly off-limits, without explanation. It was clear, whatever was happening was no ordinary family matter. Royal watchers scoured the court circular, the official record of royal engagements, for clues. But Kate's name remained absent. Not even a brief mention of private meetings or phone calls. It was as if the Princess of Wales had been erased from royal life altogether. Journalists who dared push harder found themselves stonewalled, or worse. One high-profile reporter, known for breaking royal scandals, posted a cryptic tweet: "They've warned me to stop asking questions about Kate. This is bigger than any of us think." Hours later, her account was deactivated, and yet, despite the mounting secrecy, pieces of the puzzle began to surface. A well-connected photographer revealed that multiple attempts to photograph the princess in recent weeks had been interrupted by unidentified men in suits who were definitely not standard royal security. Another source claimed Kate had been moved between several undisclosed locations, always at night, always under heavy guard. Then, on day 39, a chilling development: a London hospital insider leaked that a high-profile female patient had been admitted under an alias, her ward sealed off from visitors. The palace denied it was Kate, but refused to provide any alternative explanation for her whereabouts. Public pressure mounted. Headlines screamed, "Where is our princess?" Protesters gathered outside Buckingham Palace, holding signs demanding transparency. Petitions for an official inquiry into her disappearance gained tens of thousands of signatures in just hours. Through it all, one thing became terrifyingly clear. Kate Middleton, the poised and polished public figure, had slipped beyond the reach of the cameras, the crowds, and perhaps even her own family. The question was no longer just where she was, but whether she would ever return. And if she did, what story would she tell? Because when a royal disappears without a trace, the truth is rarely the version the palace allows us to hear.